All right, I cleared away most of the flashing from the acrylic. You could just see, I don't know if you could see in this view, but it's very much like trying to scrape plastic away. The acrylic, basically acts like plastic. So on the inside, I just had to take a burr and grind out the big pieces, and then with a knife, a little X-Acto knife like this, shave off all the little hanging shards, the little pieces that hang on from the burr, so it gets as smooth as possible. So the piece itself is really thin, like this acrylic. You could see through it. I don't know if you could, you could probably see through it. It's probably 0.2 of a millimeter thick everywhere. So I'm going to thicken that up from the inside a little bit. It'll give me some room to where I could carve the information about the car. So I take some wax and I flow some of this tan sculpturing wax. So it gives me a little bit of contrast on the inside, right over the areas where I got to carve. We do the same thing on the sidewalls. I'm going to just stay away from the wheel wells because I'm going to need some fresh acrylic to adhere the wheels to. So I just do over the areas that I don't need acrylic. Like so. And this will get all these areas to be about between 5 and 6/10 of a millimeter thick. So now once I have this, I'm going to go ahead and add the wheels. So the wheels, whoops, I lost a wheel. And it's that easy. Oh, here it is. Okay, here's a wheel. This is gonna go right in here. But before I do that, I'm going to just dry check these. I have all 4 wheels are the same, so I just want to make sure that the wheel wells are the same when I put them in. And so before I do that, I'm going to just shape these down a little bit. They have a couple of I make these acrylic wheels at the same time that I make that casting pattern, but there's a little flash in these wheels as well that I got to get off. So I'll do this to all 4. Okay, so what I do is I get a wheel once it's all cleaned up, and then I'll grip it on both sides, and I put a little Vaseline on my thumb, and that Vaseline just gives enough surface tension so that when I put it in the wheel well here, it will stay in place because the plastic is so light. Then with just the Vaseline, I could move it around to where I want it. And once I have it in the right location, then I could go back to my acrylic and powder. Put a little powder in here. And then take my liquid on this side. And then I'll just place that there. Get my brush wet. And just get a dot. And I mean the smallest dot, and that's way too big. So just get a little piece, a few granules of acrylic, and I'll set it on the inside so that it can set. You need very little to set it. And I'll give that a few minutes to dry, or to set up. And I'll go around and do the same thing for the other wheels.